Hello and welcome to a new episode of Tutorials, Tips and Tricks. In this and the upcoming 2 episodes, I'd like to show you training methods for your personal training in CSGO, which I use regularly and which I want to share with you. Today, I want to show you what I call offline individual training, which basically means that I log on to a local server and train 2 fundamental skills on CSGO. The first are the mechanic skills and of course the skill of map knowledge. In the next episode we will talk about offline map-based training, and in this episode I will introduce you some good maps for personal training where you can train your game mechanic skills more efficiently. Finally, in the last episode, we will talk about online training methods, and these methods also include training for the most difficult skill in CSGO, which is, of course, the game sense skill. To get started with offline individual training, at first, of course, we start by playing offline, which means click on play, click on offline with bots, and select casual game mode and a map you like to play on. In this tutorial I would just select Dust 2, but you can choose whatever map you like for training. Next, of course, you click OK, and we start with no bots because in the end, if we would need bots, we can add them manually with the console. As soon as the map has been loaded, of course we have to pick a side. In this case I will select the terrorist side because the terrorists do have the AK for training, which is best choice in my eyes. So let's pick the terrorist side, and voila, we are inside the game and we can get started training. However, as you might see, the server believes that I want to play casual without any bots, so the round time is set to 2 minutes and 10 seconds or 15 seconds, which actually doesn't make any sense. Also, the start money is rather low, so we have to make some changes on the server which allow us for better training. And what we want to do is actually enter a few command lines into the console, which change the overall game parameters. Since there are quite a few lines to enter to the console, it absolutely doesn't make sense to write yourself a little script which does all the work for you. And we will now hop into an editor and I will show you which lines to how to write the script and what the individual lines do and what the configuration for training is. Okay, here we are within the editor. In this case I selected Notepad++, because this editor is far better than the default Windows one, but of course you can use the default Windows one as well. Now for the lines, at first we have to enable cheats, which allows us, for example, to view the grenade trajectory or to activate the noclip function. Next, these 2 lines limit teams and auto-balance teams. If you want to add bots later, this allows you to add more let's say more T or more CT bots than T bots. This is useful for the bot configuration. Next, we have the round time and round time diffuse, both as set to 60, which means that you have 60 minutes time of training. Also, we want to change the start money and maximum money. The maximum is set to 60,000, as well as the start money, so you can basically buy anything you need. I've disabled the freeze time, so the practice starts right away after the server has restarted, and the buy time is set to the maximum value. By this, it is ensured that I can buy new weapons, grenades, or whatever I need during my practice session all the time. Also, I have enabled buy anywhere. This basically means that you can buy weapons everywhere on the map and not just in, let's say, T-spawn. Also, I have enabled infinite ammo, so that I don't have to rebuy a weapon after I fired all the bullets. And last but not least, the ammo grenade limit is set to 5, so that I can buy every grenade I want or I need. Also, I've enabled the grenade trajectory. And the grenade trajectory time is set to 10, so that you can actually see where the grenades are flying, where they are bouncing off. And the same applies for the bullets by enabling show impact, or by setting show impacts to. You can actually see where the bullet hits the wall. This is especially useful when training shooting techniques. Last but not least, in order to enable all these things, let's say the new round times and so on, you have to restart the game with this line. Additionally, I've added a new bind, which is the no clip bind, so that I can easily switch between clip and no clip mode. Yeah, and these lines here in the end, they are just for display reasons. After the script has been executed, there will be a small line in the console that the practice configuration has been loaded. So now we have to save the configuration, and this is easily done by pressing Ctrl S and then going into your Steam directory. In my case, the Steam directory is located on my drive E. If you have the default installation path, it's located on your C drive. But of course, I have to go on my E drive. Yeah, I will go on it. Here is my Steam folder. You have to scroll down to the folder Steam Apps. Then you go into Common, into Counter-Strike, CSGO, and the subfolder CFG. And here you can store your configuration. Let's call this one practice 2, because yeah, I already have a file called practice in here, so I call this practice 2. And what is very important, that you add a file extension which is .cfg. If you don't put it in there, CSGO will not be able to recognize it, but if you type .cfg, it will be saved as a CFG file and Counter-Strike can work with it. Now we are back inside the game, and since we have written our practice script, we can simply execute it by opening the console, typing exec practice. As you can see, the console directly finds my configuration file. I just have to press tab and press enter. And what it does now, it changes all the values, enables the training mode, and now obviously we have 60 minutes of time left. We have $60,000 to spend. We can select as many grenades as we need, including the Molotov. We can buy our AK, we can buy an upgraded pistol, and so on and so on. And we are perfectly set to get started with our training. Now, which kind of skills actually you want to train? As I said in the introduction, you can basically train first. You can train your game mechanics skills. I will show you several things which you can actually do, and also you can train your map knowledge. Actually, for the game mechanics skills, in the next episode there will be several maps that focus on specific aspects like shooting techniques. But the map knowledge, the aspect of map knowledge is obviously something you have to train on this kind of individual training map, in this individual offline training method. Talking about the fundamental game skills, of course, you can start with the absolute fundamentals, like walking around, jumping, crouching, walking, and so on. But of course, you can easily switch to more advanced things, like let's say strafe hopping, strafe jumping, highly advanced skills like bunny hopping. Das 2 actually is quite a good map for this. Please bear with me if my bunny hopping skills are not that good. But in the end, something which is also very important, you can train your shooting skills. I will show you different shooting techniques you can practice on this server. Of course, there's the easiest technique, which is tap shooting. You can also train burst shooting, and here the target would be to make sure that your shots basically hit every single time hit the same target. Of course, you can also train crouch shooting, which means that you start shooting and crouch. And this is a technique commonly used, for example, by pros, because you simply align your crosshair like this, you crouch down, and hope for the best, or hope to hit a headshot with your AK. Of course, you can also train full spray, which means that you try... okay, let's, before going into full spray, of course, I'm sure that many of you guys know, if you just shoot your weapon like the AK, the bullets go up, and in a specific pattern. And since this pattern is more or less always the same, you can actually learn this pattern and do a counter movement with your mouse, which would somehow look something like this. And as you can see, instead of going up to the right and to the left, all the bullets keep more or less at the same place. And to show you that it's not a fake or something, it's rather easy to repeat this step over and over again. And if you train this a lot, you can actually manage to hit your bullets quite in the same target every single time. Finally, you might want to train strafe shooting, which basically means that you walk left and right, and in the instance of time when you change the direction of your walking, you shoot so that you can actually get an accurate shot. This is, for example, a technique required for peeking, if you want to peek shoot. So let's say in the over there's an opponent, and what you want to do is tap out like this and shoot him. Aside from the training of fundamental game mechanics skills, you also want to train your map knowledge. Of course, this can easily be achieved by no-clipping through the map, trying to orientate yourself where things are, how to get from one place to another. Of course, you can also take your time and try to get a feeling for how long, for example, do I need. Let's say I'm on spot A, to run with my knife through CT here on +2 in order to reach B. How can I get into B side, for either through doors, or I can try to get through a window. You can then also start trick jumps or more advanced jumps. For example, if you get out of tunnels, you can actually jump on this box. This is quite a nice move you can do if you expect a CT to be here at the side of cars, so you can jump down and try to shoot him down instead of just coming around here, because it was likely if a CT would stand here and expect him that will come out of upper tunnels, he might have his crosshair somewhere here, and if you then jump on the boxes, you have a better chance of hitting him. Finally, maybe you also want to train some smokes, and I will show you some examples of what to do. What I mean by smokes, of course, everybody is able to throw smoke somewhere, but the actual thing is you might want to make sure to hit specific spots. For example, if you start as a terrorist, you can go in this corner, align your crosshair with this thing of the boxes over here, and throw the smoke. Follow the smoke, and as you can see, the smoke lands right here. And why is this nice smoke for your teammates? Because this corner where CTs most likely will stand is smoked, and you have an easier access to a long. On the other hand, you can also train more advanced smokes. For example, if we're here as a CT, you can actually smoke the doors from here by putting your crosshair in alignment with this line, pull it up so it aligns with the tip from this metal thing. And now if you just throw your smoke, you will see it goes across across the roof and will smoke doors easily from CT. How did I find this smoke? Actually, I saw it on a pro game, and I got in game, loaded up my individual training script, and started to figure out how this could work. And this applies for many other smokes or grenades. For example, this is an easy smoke, how to split the B spot if you want to push it. Just run and throw the smoke at, let's say 2/3 of this wall, at the position of these nice things up here. And this smoke perfectly lands in such a way that you can easily walk out here. You just have to check for doors, and you don't have to take care about double boxes. And also car is somehow smoked, and it makes things much easier to get on the spot. And aside from smokes, you can also train flashes. A nice flash to get out of here is to throw the flash in a very steep angle like this, and it perfectly bounces behind you at this position. If any CT is looking into the upper tunnels, he will be flashed. Another nice flash, of course, you maybe know this one as well, is if you run up catwalk, you throw your flash like this, turn around, then the flash will pop over here. And as you can see, no CT standing here and trying to peek you will be able to avoid this flash, and he will full flashed. Finally, let's let's do an example for Molotov. There's actually you can actually train to throw Molotovs as well, like this. Not like this. Yeah, this would be a Molotov for the second car. You can also try to mollo the first car if you throw the Molotov something like this. Yeah, and in this case, the Molotov lands here, and whoever is standing on this position, he will burn alive. Yeah, this just an example of how to train different nade throws, and yeah, that's basically it. To summarize things up, you can train your fundamental game mechanic skills up to very high level skills like yeah, let's say bunny hopping. This was not so bad, and of course like shooting techniques, or yeah, dedicated smokes and other grenades. So I hope you liked the video. Next time will be about training maps. I will show you some cool maps I found online, which I regularly use to train, especially the game mechanic skills. And yeah, see you next time.